Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful 3D shell stitch. It's super easy and look how pretty it is. I made a cowl out of that, so I just wrap it around my head or just pull it over my head and I have a really thick and beautiful cowl. Of course you can make a scarf, you can make a baby blanket. This is totally up to you, and I just really love this stitch. But I also love that on the other side, on the opposite side, it looks exactly the same. It's very easy. It's just a 2-row repeat and it works up really fast, and it's so much fun to crochet. But now I will show you what we need and how to crochet this beautiful shell stitch. Today I'm using a 7mm crochet hook. You will also need a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, and today I'm using ice yarns in those beautiful colors. Those are the Cakes Baby Fine, and this is 100% acrylic yarn, and it recommends a 3.5 to 4mm crochet hook. But what I will be doing, I'll be using 2 cakes at the same time to get this beautiful ombre effect. But this is totally up to you. You could use a chunky yarn or a thin yarn, but this is how I'm gonna do it today, and I will put the link for the yarn down below. And now let's get started. A slip knot, and we will start our chains. So you will grab the yarn and pull through, grab the yarn and pull through. For my cowl I used 36 stitches, and then I added another 2 because the pattern works in a multiple of 6. So this is where my 36 chains came from. And then I added another 2. So 38 in total. Like I said, you can use this pattern for baby blankets, for whatever you would like, for pillowcases. And it's just super easy to adjust. You will crochet your multiples of 6 until you reach your desired length you need for your project. And once you're done, you will add another 2 chains on the end. So I will do that and I will see you back in just a moment. So once you have your multiple of 6, we will add another 2. So 1 and 2. And now we can start our first row. We will need a second chain from the hook. The loop on the hook does not count as a stitch. So 1, 2, you will insert your hook into the second stitch, grab the yarn, pull up. You have 2 loops on your hook, and we will work a single crochet. So yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Now we will skip 2 stitches, so 1, 2, and into the 3rd stitch here we will work 7 double crochets. You could also use 5 double crochets or 9 double crochets. This is totally up to you, but I will be using 7. So we will skip the next 2 stitches. Into the 3rd we will yarn over and crochet 7 double crochets all into the same stitch. So 1 into the same stitch, work another 6, a total of 7. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So once you're done with your 7 double crochets, we will skip the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2, and into the 3rd stitch we will make a single crochet. So just insert your hook, grab the yarn, pull up. You have 2 loops on your hook, and now we will work a single crochet. Again, we will skip the next 2 stitches. Into the 3rd stitch you will work another 7 double crochet. So skip 2 into the 3rd, work 7 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7. We will skip the next 2 stitches, and into the 3rd stitch here you will make a single crochet. And you will repeat this all the way along until you reach the end of your chains. And I will see you back in just a moment. I am now at the end of my row. I just finished my 7 double crochets, and at the end you will have 3 chains left. So you will skip the next 2 stitches. Into the 3rd stitch here, which is your last stitch, you will just work 1 single crochet. So into the last stitch, work 1 single crochet. And this is how the first row looks like. It's totally normal that it's starting to curl, so you didn't do anything wrong. This is totally perfect. It will straighten up once we are crochet more rows. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know that it's just normal that it curls up and it's all wavy. And now I will show you how to start the 2nd row. So in this pattern, we will be working in a 2-row repeat, which is super easy. Just the beginnings are different, but the rest stays the same. So we finished with a single crochet. What we are going to do for the next row is chain up 2, turn your work around, and into the very first stitch, like you see I have the chain 2 here, you will pull it, and here is the very first stitch. In this stitch we will be working 3 more double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook into the first stitch and work 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. The chain 2 counts as a double crochet, so we have 4 double crochets in total. Now we will skip the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th stitch here you will insert your hook and work a single crochet. Now we will skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3, and the 4th stitch is our single crochet from the previous row. So skip 3, 1, 2, 3. Here is our 4th stitch, and here we will be working in the back loop only. So only into the back loop of this single crochet. Sometimes it's really hard to get into, but this is the back loop. And here we will be working our 7 double crochets. So yarn over, skip the next 3 stitches into the 4th stitch in the back loop only, like that. You will work 7 double crochets, all into the same stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now we will skip the next 3 stitches, so 1, 2, and 3 into the 4th stitch. Here you will insert your hook through both loops and work a single crochet. So 2 loops on your hook, grab the yarn and pull through. And this is our repeat. We will skip the next 3 stitches. We need the 4th stitch, which is our single crochet from the previous row. And here again, we'll be working in the back loop only. So yarn over, skip the next 3 stitches into the 4th stitch in the back loop only. Work 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This is how it looks like. And now again, we will skip the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th stitch, you will make a single crochet. Now again, skip the next 3 stitches into the 4th in the back loop only. Work 7 double crochets, excuse me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And again, we will skip the next 3 stitches. Into the 4th stitch, we will work a single crochet. Now we are almost at the end of this row, and we started this row with a chain 2 and 3 double crochets, and this is how we're going to finish off this row. So you will skip the next 3 stitches. Into the last stitch here, you will work 4 double crochets. So just go through both loops and work 4 double crochets into the last stitch. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is how your work looks like. It's still not straight, but you will see once we crochet a couple more rows, the edges will straighten up. And now let's start with the first row again. So after the row of double crochets at the end, you will always start with just a single crochet. So chain 1, turn your work around, and now into the very first stitch here you will work 1 single crochet. And now skip the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. The 4th stitch again is our single crochet from the previous row, and here in the back loop only we will be working our 7 double crochets. So work your 7 double crochets. Skip the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. Into the 4th you will make a single crochet, and now we will repeat the same. So again, skip the next 3 stitches. Into the 4th stitch, which is our single crochet from the previous row. In the back loop only you will be working 7 double crochets, and you will repeat this all the way along until you reach the end of this row, and I will show you how to finish off. Since we started with a single crochet, we will be ending this row with a single crochet. It's super easy to remember, and once you've done a couple more rows, it just works up by itself. It's really easy. So repeat this all the way along, and I will see you at the end of this row. I'm now at the end of this row, and I finished my 7 double crochets, and now again we will skip the next 3 stitches, and into the chain 2 from the previous row we will work our single crochet. So just insert your hook and work a single crochet. And now we will start the row with our double crochets again, since we finished with a single crochet. So you will chain 2, turn your work around. Into the very first stitch here, work 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Again, skip the next 3 stitches. Into the 4th stitch, work a single crochet. Skip the next 3 stitches. Into the single crochet from the previous row. In the back loop only, you will be working 7 double crochets, and this is the repeat for this row. And since we started with 4 double crochets, the chain 2 counts as our first. You will be finishing this row with 4 double crochets, and the next row will be starting with the chain 1 and turn and a single crochet, and then it's just those 2 rows we will be repeating all the way along. I will finish this row and show you one more time how to finish off. I'm here at the end of my row. We will skip the next 3 stitches, and into the last stitch we will be working 4 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now again, chain 1, turn your work around, and into the very first stitch in here you will be working 1 single crochet, skip the next 3 stitches, and into the 4th stitch in the back loop only, which is our single crochet from the previous row, you will work 7 double crochets. Then again, skip 3 stitches into the 4th, work a single crochet, and you will repeat this all the way along. And at the end of this row, in the chain 2 space, here you will work a single crochet. And you will repeat those 2 rows over and over again. I will do that and I will show you in just a moment how it looks like. I repeated the row over and over again, and this is how this looks like. I really love this 3D shell stitch. You can see those stitches are just beautiful, and what I love about it, that the back side is the same. So if you use it for a baby blanket or for a large blanket, both sides are the same, and it's just very pretty. What I wanted to show you too is what I mean by this ombre effect. Since I'm using 2 skeins at the same time, you can see the soft color changes in here and here. And I really love this color change here at the very end. It's very smooth. Of course, like I said, this was just what I wanted. You can use any yarn you want. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to finish off the last row to make the edges straight. And then I'll be sewing both pieces together, and I will show you how to do that. My last row I finished with a single crochet. What we are going to do now is chain 2, turn the work around, and we will work 3 double crochets into the very first stitch. 1, 2, and 3. We will be skipping the next 2 stitches, and into the 3rd one we will be working a slip stitch. Into the next stitch, a single crochet. In the stitch after that, a half double crochet. And into the next 3 stitches, we will be working 1 double crochet. So 1, 2, and 3. Now again, a half double crochet, a single crochet, a slip stitch. And now you can see we are getting a straight edge, and you will repeat this all the way along. So single crochet, half double, 3 double crochets, and 3, 1 half double crochet, 1 single crochet, and a slip stitch. And this is how it looks like, and you will repeat this all the way along, and I will see you back at the end of this row. My row, and into the very last stitch, as always, I will be working 4 double crochets to finish it off. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we will chain 1, pull tight, and just cut the yarn. Just leave a little bit of a longer tail because we will be sewing both pieces together if you want to make the cowl like I did. So just pull the yarn all the way through and pull tight. And now we will fold both pieces together like this. I will sew in this end before I do that. So just fold it together and we can start sewing both pieces together. Now I will grab my yarn needle and we can start right away. So just insert your needle on the other side, opposite side, And what you will see now that it's a little bit longer than the bottom part since we made the straight edge, but this is no problem. You can see it's a little bit wavy here on top. So all I'm going to do is just skip some stitches in between and sew it together like this. It's super easy. I'll be using the whip stitch. So just like I said, I will be skipping a stitch, go to the next stitch and pull through. And pull tight, and I will repeat this all the way along. Just skip 1 or 2 stitches again and pull through. Just do this all the way along until you reach the end of this side, and I will show you how to finish off. I'm now at the end of this row. You can see I made it all nice and even. And on the end, I will make 2 more extra stitches just to make sure it's not going to open up on me. So just insert your needle through, pull through, and this is how it looks like. But like I said, I'm going to secure it one more time. This is how the other side looks like. It's all nice and clean. And now I will just go through one more time, leave a loop, and I will make a knot. So here in a second, you will see we have this big loop over here. Go through with your needle and pull tight. Like that. And you can repeat this, of course, a couple times just to make sure it's not going to open up on you. So I'm gonna do one more. Just like this. Sew the end in a little bit. So I'm just going through some stitches here. And I will make one more knot. Just like that. Go through, pull through, and pull tight. What I'm going to do now, since I worked with 2 skeins, I'm going to cut the yarn, and just to secure it a little bit more, I'm going to make 2 more knots with the 2 strands of yarn. So 1 and 2, and now I can cut the yarn, and we are done. All we have to do now is just turn it inside out, and this is how it looks like. Once you're done sewing in all your ends, we are done. And this is how the cowl looks like. It's super, super pretty, and I just love it now for the fall and winter time. And those stitches just look beautiful. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Of course, I would love to see your finished projects with this stitch. You can find me on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great time crocheting, and I hope to see you back soon. Bye.